Hey everybody, the numbers are in for Calypso for October 2022. I'm Craig Duran over at the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I'm going to talk fast. There's only so many hours before I turn 50 tomorrow, so I've got to get all these market updates in for you. I am going to go through September and October specifically for Calypso. Since last month I gave kind of a general market overview, I want to dig really into Calypso specifically, so let's get right to it. First of all, the overall Gulf front market, we're not going to focus on this chart too much this time. You've heard me talk a lot about the red line as it relates to supply. But the interesting thing we're going to talk about today is months of inventory, because supply levels really haven't changed a whole lot in the last 4 months. But what's happening in our market is demand is being sucked out of the market. We're 6 times slower than we were in January. A little bit of a dramatic comparison because January was so hot, so it's not surprising that we are a little bit slower. But there's some things we need to start paying attention to. In the overall market, we cooled off again from 4.97 months of inventory to 6.12 months of inventory, meaning it's taking about a month longer to sell a condo in October than it did in September. Again, this is 6 times slower than where we were in January, when we were at about 1 month of inventory. So think about it. The average condo is now taking about 6 months to sell. This is not a terribly unusual thing in real estate when you start thinking in terms of 5 and 10 year periods, 20-year periods. What we're doing now is just going back to some strategies that we've used in the past of really cranking up the marketing. We really have to have units stand out, get seen, create maximum exposure for this, because now anybody that we're representing, we're now competing with so few buyers that we have to get the marketing really right. So we're really turning that up. In the meantime, let me show you this number. So going to Calypso specifically, sorry, I got off track a little bit. So we're at 6 months of inventory for the entire market, meaning it's taking about 6 months on average to sell Gulf front condominiums. In Calypso, the story is not great. In the Gulf front towers, we've ballooned from what was a very encouraging August and September, 4 months of inventory, to 13 months of inventory. Now we're going month to month, things can change pretty quickly inside of a condo complex, because there's only so much data we're tracking. But 13 months of inventory in Tower 1 and 2. Tower 3 is at 14 and a half months of inventory. So theoretically, in Calypso, Gulf front towers or Tower 3, it's taking over a year to sell something at that pace. So if we're selling, we have to get as tight as we can on pricing. We probably have to price ahead of the market a little bit. Everything else has to be right on marketing, videos, photos, distribution, social, digital marketing, all that stuff. So if you're selling, it's really important that all those things are being done well. I'll go through this with you pretty quick. We've had 49 units with activity in the Gulf front towers and Tower 3. I'll go through it pretty quick. I'll not read every single one of them, but I'll point out some of the things that are noteworthy. In Tower 3, you're starting to see this. You're starting to see the 1 bedrooms, I think, adjust to pricing to the fact that something's not Gulf front, is my take on things. Asking price of $465 on a lower floor, just because the views aren't quite as good because of the hotel next door. Tower 3 209, which had been at a dramatically higher price recently, is on the market at $479. Another low floor unit, $489, $499. 515, kind of the same story. One of those units did close at 515. Interesting, the Tower 3 405 is closed at that, and we now have people asking 465, 479. Unit 703 asking price 519. These are all still 1 bedrooms. We did have a closing in Tower 2 on the Gulf side at 5.25. Asking price now on the Gulf side, units priced at 529, 535, 539. Another one, Tower 2, an 05 stack priced at 545. Another 1 bedroom priced high at 549. Tower 3. If you haven't seen this unit, 539, this is a one bedroom. It's really interesting that has a wraparound balcony. So really, really cool for anybody that wants a lower floor, a little more open windows. This is a nice Gulf front unit of the '05 stack. People know that those rent very well. This one, phenomenal views from this one. If you're going to get into a one bedroom over on the Gulf side, you want to get high into closer to the Pier Park side. This unit offers that one. Tower 1, 1207 on the market at 560. And you're up from there on one bedrooms. Some of the things that have sold recently, you have a 3-2, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with bunk plan, is closed in Tower 3 at 660. We just closed a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with bunk over on the Gulf side at 740. 2-bedroom, 2-bath with bunk closed on the Gulf side, 785. I want to focus on the closings. As you can see, there's a lot of supply in Calypso. Another 2-bedroom, 2-bath with bunk on the Gulf side closed at 815. Another one closed at 820. And this is going back September and October. You can see we're up to 899, 899, 925 on 2-bedroom bath with bunks. I think anybody with a 2-bedroom bath with bunks has to pay attention to some of these sales that happened a little bit less. Getting into the 3 bedrooms, asking 950, 949, 950, 949 over in Tower 3, 979. Gulf side, 2-bedroom, 2-bath with bunk. Looks like it's been converted to a full 3-bedroom, 979. And then a couple of the end units. All of these are Gulf front, asking 1.2, 121, and 1.3. There were some pretty high sales on the end units earlier in the year. So there are previous sales to support that, although I think the market's probably changed a little bit since then. So really the big takeaway in all of this, I think, is that the market is dramatically slower. Real estate fundamentals come into play much, much more when you have a more normalized market. Buyers now feel like they have more choices because there are fewer buyers in the market. So the serious buyers looking around, deciding what they want to buy, they have more choice. So photos and videos need to be great. Units need to be really in good condition. Any supporting documentation you can provide with rental histories, rental projections, cost to own, utilities, potentially if you're selling websites or owner lists or rental lists, all of those things have to be happening, and they can't just be on the MLS anymore. It has to be distributed nationally and internationally just to get some exposure. It's a really dogfight to try and sell something right now. We don't yet have severe pressure on pricing in the entire Gulf front market. When you look inside of Calypso, 12 and 14 months of inventory is pretty dramatic. So the longer we hang there, you certainly wouldn't be surprised to see some pressure put on pricing. So anybody selling needs to get really tight on their pricing. We need to watch that for another 30, 45, 60 days to see maybe how things are going to go in the spring. If things continue on that trajectory and you're selling, you may think about getting really, really aggressive on pricing. We could be entering that territory. We're going to watch and see. My plan for market updates for you through the rest of the year. December is going to be another general market update for the overall condo market. We'll get that out for you early December, and then early January will be a Calypso specific wrap up for 2022. And also some projections looking forward into what the spring market might look like, so we can see what's going to be going on with pricing. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's 10 minutes of some quick, lots of information. You guys be well, and I'll see you on the other side of 50.